Hey guys, welcome to the channel and happy Thanksgiving. Today I'm going to be showing you guys two ways, two different syntaxes and how to write a for loop. So we all know that kind of basic understanding of a for loop is something we use when we have something that's, let's say, repetitive operation that we want to execute, and for loops help us do that. Today I'm going to be showing you just two ways to write some of those for loops down. One the conventional way, and then one using brackets. So I'm going to start out with the list. We're just going to be iterating through a list today and then perform an operation on some of the elements in that list. So we're going to begin. I'm going to call this list 1, and I'm going to make it 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. And what we're going to be doing is we want to iterate through this list. So we want to start out with our first, conventional way of writing for loops, which is starting out with the for I in range syntax, or for I in whatever syntax, whatever you want to iterate through. So we're going to start out with for, and then I'm going to choose an index variable being integer for our iterator. So for integer in list 1, and then after that we have to put our colon so that it knows that all the following statements are the statements that we use to kind of be repeated throughout our for loop, the operations to be repeated. But all we want to do is we want to print the integer divided by 2. And that should give us, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that, by dividing by integer divided by 2. So let's go ahead and run this, see if it works. So we got it okay there. Yep, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. Now I can do this a little better, make this an integer here, and let's go run it one more time. So we're gonna run the module, and we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. Now I'm gonna be showing you the second syntax that I think is just more compact. I don't think it's actually more clear, but it makes your code a little more compact when you're writing for loops, and it enables you to write these for loops in one line. So what you want to start off with is your brackets here. So this is not a list, this is just, I guess, the syntax they use for this. And what you want to start out with is what the kind of final output of your for loop. So our final output was print the integer divided by 2. So we want to put that first thing into our brackets, and then the second part of this is to then write the actual loop. So I'm going to write the actual loop that we got up here. I'm just going to copy and paste it. So it is going to be copy and pasted here. Now this is going to do the same exact thing as this for loop, but as you can see, it only takes up 1 line instead of 2 lines. Now I can imagine that this is very useful when you write lots of statements for our for loop. Let's say here, imagine it's like 3 or 4 lines. You can put all those lines into this, and kind of it just condenses it for the most part. I don't know if it actually makes it more clear, but it does condense it and makes your code more compact. So let's go ahead and run this. I'm going to delete this because it's going to run 2 loops. So I'm going to delete this one, and let's see if it does the same thing as it did before. So I'm going to run the module, and we see over here it did the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So yep, this is 2 ways to write your for loop. Let me just go back. 2 ways to write a for loop in Python. I hope this was insightful or helps you in the future for your future code. Thanks for tuning in, and I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. Thanks.